everyone. I'm really feeling the good energy today, that loving, nurturing, warm energy, which is absolutely perfect for today's video because we're going to be talking about Reiki and how you can practice Reiki, and also how I practice Reiki with my sessions to give you kind of a better understanding of all the different ways that you can practice Reiki and the things that you can do with Reiki. Reiki is a Japanese word. Rei means universe and Ki means energy. So Reiki is the universal energy, universal light energy, life force energy. It's the energy that is always around us and is always present and always available for you to tap into. So to practice Reiki, I recommend getting in a comfortable position, like sitting on the floor or even laying down if that's what you prefer, meditating just a little bit to get your mind relaxed and at ease. And then what you can do is put your hands together and close your eyes and visualize this bright white light energy flowing into your hands, flowing through you, and absorbing that energy from the universe around you. Once you have that energy in your hands and you visualize it and you can sense its presence, then you can begin to direct the energy to either yourself or those around you. You can even practice using your pets. I know my dog Louie loves Reiki. He gets so relaxed whenever I do Reiki on him. When you're directing the energy, you really want to focus on guiding the energy through the back of your hand and through the front of your palm. You want to push it out of your palm, just very gently, just guide it out of your palm. So if you want to practice on yourself, you can do it like this, or you can do it on your thighs, and you really just want to like push the energy forward. See, I'm like kind of pushing Reiki energy towards you on your end. Reiki goes where it is needed. So you can direct it places, but then also if you don't know exactly what's ailing you or someone else or what areas need tending to, Reiki will find those areas and assist in the healing process itself, because energy is consciousness. So Reiki is already knowing exactly where it needs to go for you, but I really prefer to direct the energy myself. I feel like I can get a lot more intentional with my healing if I direct the energy to the specific chakras and to the cellular level. When I do a Reiki session for someone, the very first thing that I like to do before I even begin is to get their intention for the session. So whether that be, what they want to get out of the session right now, what things that they want healing, or even what things that they're manifesting, or what kind of intentions that they have for their life, and what goals that they're looking forward to. So I like to do this because when I do my Reiki, I really try to infuse the intention at the cellular level and throughout the chakras, especially with each individual chakra that is related to the intention. Once I already know what their intention is, then I begin through the crown chakra. I connect with the crown chakra and I begin to work my way down all of the chakras to do kind of like a full body scan of their energy. This really allows me to kind of figure out what areas that I need to focus on first, or not necessarily first, but what areas need kind of the most attending to. So I look for blockages, I look for overactive chakras, and with blockages, you want to kind of try to like clear the blockages out. It's like a movement like forward, like you want to kind of like push through that stagnant energy, or that kind of like, sometimes it looks very muddy. And that's another thing. When I do my chakra scan and my full body scan, I am visualizing, I usually do it with my eyes closed, and I'm visualizing and sensing what each chakra feels like. So for example, there was one time I was on a root chakra, and it really, root chakra is red and it's really supposed to be kind of like this bright clear red, and when I was doing it, it was like red and brown, and it like when I had my eyes closed, it was like very like muddy and like looked really off. And so that was an area that I needed to kind of bring more pure red root energy towards. And then there was another time where the solar plexus was so bright and yellow and just like pulsing forward, and that is like a really good indication of something that is well balanced. It could have been a little bit overactive, but sometimes, especially with the solar plexus, I think that's a good area to kind of have like a lot more like life force going through you. So you just kind of have to play with like your intuition with what you're sensing, and you're not going to sense everything right away. I know for me, like when I first start a session, like I need to give myself time to really kind of connect to the energy, and that's when then I can really sense the chakras and really sense what's going on energetically. As I'm going through the chakras, you know, of course, starting at the crown, I really work the Reiki energy into each individual chakra, but then also all of the cells and the entire energy field surrounding that area. So then, you know, I would move to like the third eye area, and then I would move to the throat area, and then I'd move to the heart area. That heart area is like my favorite to work on because it's the heart chakra is kind of what connects, you know, you to the physical world and the spiritual world. The heart chakra is like the balance in the middle. So that's really like kind of my favorite area to work on. But then, you know, we also get down to the solar plexus and the stomach and everything kind of around there, then the sacral chakra, and then the root chakra. And then I continue my way down throughout the arms and throughout the legs. So even though my initial focus is on the chakras, I move my focus to other areas of the body. And I also make sure to kind of, as I'm going, infuse each cell. I visualize each cell is getting poured in with this like white light energy. Now, if they need like, you know, say their heart chakra is really out of whack, or, you know, they recently went through something really tough and they need that loving, nurturing energy from the heart chakra, I'll visualize a green light flowing through everything. Green is also very healing in general too, but white light contains all of the different colors, and white light is really kind of the best for overall. But then you can target certain things with green light, purple light, blue light, orange, yellow, red, you know, all the colors of the rainbow. You can target specific things associated with different chakras or different energy fields. You know, you can definitely target with those specific colors. I tend to work with white light primarily, but, you know, there are cases, especially when I get to each individual chakra, that's when I'll focus on the different colors. When you do Reiki, it's a very close connection with the person's energy. So you might find out things about their energy and kind of make assumptions or have your intuition about what might be going on with them energetically. And so what I like to do with all of that information is, of course, heal anything that I notice, but then also after my session, I sit down with my clients and I discuss kind of what I noticed, what energy fields might need more attention to, you know, because that could indicate things that they might need to change, you know, throughout their daily routine, or, you know, just kind of pay more attention to. Maybe like if your root chakra is off, maybe you need to practice feeling more safe, feeling more secure, you know, and feeling more grounded as well. So, you know, I like to touch on that as well, because while I practice Reiki, it's really for me like a overarching energy healing. So I want to be sure to do as much as I can for the person that I'm assisting and healing, because, you know, they're seeking out someone who either, you know, like for me, I've gotten Reiki done by other people, and even though I do my own Reiki, I always get a different perspective from someone else. And so it's really important to share your findings with them and not necessarily give them advice, but kind of like let them know, like, this is what I sensed going on. And it's actually, it's so freaking cool. Like when I do Reiki, I'm always so amazed by like the reaction to people because they just, you know, are so shocked that like I can figure this stuff out about them literally just by contacting their energy and working with their energy. Like I'm not even like speaking with them usually, aside from their like initial intention and like all that kind of stuff. You know, I've worked with some people who I knew very well. I've worked with some people who I knew pretty well. And I've also worked with people that I didn't know and that I wasn't even in the same room with them, because I also practice what's called distance Reiki. So distance Reiki is essentially when you're not in the same physical location as someone, but you can still practice Reiki with them. So I definitely recommend this for people who are advanced meditationers, because you really do have to get into like a super deep meditation in order for this to work. I mean, I guess you could do it regardless of your meditation level. You could always try and practice. I just find that like when it works best for me, it's when I'm able to get into that super deep meditative state. Whenever I do Reiki, I just feel so much lighter. Whenever I practice Reiki, because that's another thing about Reiki, is that Reiki heals the healer. So while you're healing someone else, you're also healing yourself, because that energy is flowing through you. And, you know, Reiki goes where it's needed, so it's not just going to go through and out your hand, it's going to go through you as well. So Reiki is just really like one of my it's probably my absolute favorite healing technique, because it's just using that pure energy and connecting with someone and assisting them in whatever way you can. And I don't know, I just think it's really, really fun to like scan people's chakras and like see what's going on and kind of like pick out the bad stuff and like infuse it with more light. And that's just like honestly one of my favorite things. If you have any questions, or you know, want to know how to do this or that, or need a little bit more of an explanation as to certain things, definitely leave a comment down below and I'm very happy to help. I don't know if you could tell or not, but I was kind of playing around with Reiki this whole video, so I really hope that some of it got sent your way, and I hope you guys all have an amazing rest of your day. Thanks for watching.